Whenever you read the Bible, you need to remember that each book or letter of the Bible was written in a particular history and for a particular group of people. And each verse of the Bible is written as a part of a larger thought, which is written as a part of a larger work. And if we don't study any particular verse within its original context, we might come to some wrong conclusions about what the Bible's message is to us. Jeremiah 29:11 is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for welfare, not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. It's a verse that many of us are pretty familiar with. It's a verse that many of us have memorized because it encourages us that life will turn around soon. God will deliver us from our trials. But what if I told you it doesn't mean what you think it means? The context of Jeremiah 29:11 is that the people of the southern kingdom of Israel, known as Judah, were going to go into exile for 70 years because they weren't following the Lord. They were worshiping idols, listening to false prophets, and just going through the motions when it came to their own Jewish traditions. But at the same time, the false prophets were preaching that they would all continue to have peace in the land. But Jeremiah's message from God was that they were all going to be removed from the land. But after 70 years, those who went into exile were going to repent and God would bring them back. And in reality, many if not most of the Jews who had been exiled 70 years earlier would be dead by then. And their children and grandchildren were the ones who were going to return to their land. So Jeremiah 29:11 is actually a promise to backslidden believers. God will discipline you. God will bring you to a place in your life that you have no choice but to rely upon Him again. And after that period of refinement, God will restore you to the place that He's promised you. So I think this verse does have a lot to say to us. It reminds us that even when we're faithless, God is faithful. It reminds us that God forgives those who repent of their sins. And it reminds us that God has a plan for our lives that includes blessings, a hope, and a future, if we would only turn away from our sin and follow Him. Sometimes that's a long process. It might take your whole life. But know this, God is a God who loves you and desires to restore you and have a good relationship with you, and will certainly do so if you place your faith fully in Jesus Christ. God bless you and see you tomorrow.